Alright guys, what I found out was when I tried to get the starter out, I couldn't get out of this spot between the oil pan and the axle because it was hitting the axle housing here. So I had two options. I've heard of people taking this front pipe down because you can feed it through this way, but the pipe has to be down. And there's three locking nuts that hold the pipe to the manifold, and then you kind of fight the exhaust a little bit because it's tied into like the muffler and the other pipe. So there's that option, and the problem with these nuts are they're locking nuts, so it's not like you just break it free and then it spins off. They actually start to get tighter and tighter as you take them off. So if it's a newer truck, they might come off pretty easy, but if you snap one of those, basically, you're gonna be in a lot more trouble. So I chose to just take a couple of the bolts out. They're 19 millimeters, and basically goes up through the frame. There's a nut up there that you have to hold with a wrench to get it out. I took this one completely out. This one, I did not. The nut is still up there. Same thing, you use a 19 wrench there. And I took this bolt out completely, 19 millimeter, that bolts to the bottom of the axle housing. Once I did that, this whole piece up here, it dropped down quite a lot, and it gave me a lot of room, and basically it allowed me to just wiggle the ears out here and get the starter out a lot easier. So I would recommend doing that. It took all of like 2 minutes versus if you start messing with that front pipe and you break those nuts, you're gonna have an exhaust leak, and you're probably gonna be taking the exhaust manifold out, which would be a real pain to get out and get those broken bolts out. So I wouldn't do that. What I would do is I would definitely recommend putting a Toyota starter back in it. There's the part number on this one. This one cost me about 190 bucks. An aftermarket one is about 150, 160. So, and this is a new one right from Toyota. This is new. Basically, I would just put a replacement Toyota one in it because it's in a bad spot. It's pretty hot in that area, and you don't want to do it again. So I've put plenty of starters in some Toyotas that were aftermarket, and every once in a while you'd get an occasional click from a brand new aftermarket one. And the only way I got rid of that problem was to put a Toyota one in it, and never had the problem again. So the way I look at it, you spend a little more money and hopefully you get at least 100,000 miles out of it. And you don't have to mess with taking it apart and doing taking your time. It took me about 2 hours or so just to get in here and get all the stuff out, and that's with me using a lift, which was nice. But I think your biggest challenges are going to be this heat shield here. This is the bolt. Basically, this piece wraps around the starter. The starter sits in here like that. So this was the bolt I was telling you that it kind of hides behind the exhaust manifold that you can get with a wrench. These two you can get with a socket. But it kind of like wraps itself around the starter, so I had to really have a hard time pulling it out without breaking it or deforming it any more than I wanted to. So when I put it back in, I'm definitely going to have a little bit of a hard time getting it back in. But the biggest thing I can say is just be patient and just take your time. It is a little frustrating, but if you take your time, take a break here and there if you need to, then you'll be all set. So definitely give yourself enough time to take it apart and do it. All right, I hope the video helps everyone, and good luck. Thank you.